The 1920 Lincoln Wheat cent stands as a quiet symbol of strength from a century ago, struck at the Philadelphia Mint during a time when America was stepping into a new decade full of recovery and opportunity. This 1-cent coin carries more than simple face value. It reflects the heart of a country rebuilding after World War I and the continuing legacy of Abraham Lincoln on U.S. coinage. The Lincoln Wheat cent series had already become a national favorite by this time, and the 1920 issue holds a place of deep respect among collectors for both its history and its enduring design. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent and marked a major shift in American coin design by featuring a real person for the first time. By 1920, the series was in its second decade of production, showing the Mint's continued dedication to Lincoln's legacy. America itself was going through rapid change. The war was over, industries were expanding, and cities were growing fast. The 1920 Lincoln cent reflects that spirit of rebuilding, progress, and hope. The obverse shows a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, modeled with simple dignity. Above his head are the words, "In God we trust," while "Liberty" rests to the left of his profile, and the date 1920 appears to the right. The reverse is equally classic, displaying two wheat stalks bending around the denomination 1 cent, and the inscription, United States of America. Between the wheat stalks sits the Latin phrase, E pluribus unum. These elements together represent unity, strength, and the reward of hard work. The design remains one of the most familiar and beloved in American coinage history. Production in 1920 was strong. The Philadelphia Mint produced 310,165,000 examples, a very high figure for the time. While many entered circulation and saw years of use, only a small fraction survived in pristine condition. Most were spent repeatedly, handled through the 1920s, and eventually worn down to smooth brown surfaces. Finding one today in bright red uncirculated condition is a challenge. The copper used for cents in this era was soft, and exposure to air quickly turned them dark. Collectors value the few surviving pieces that retain their full, fiery red color and sharp strike. Condition plays a major role in determining value. Coins graded good to fine might bring between 25 cents and a few dollars. In extremely fine to about uncirculated grades, prices climb to the $10 to $30 range. Mint state examples with original red surfaces often range from $200 to $300, depending on eye appeal and strike sharpness. The top end of the scale, particularly coins graded MS67 red by PCGS or NGC, can command impressive sums at auction. These coins are nearly flawless, showing vivid color and perfect detail on every element of Lincoln's portrait and the reverse lettering. The highest recorded price for a 1920 Lincoln cent was achieved by a PCGS MS67 Plus red example, which sold for $13,200 at auction. This coin represented the very finest quality known for this issue, with mirror-like luster and no visible marks even under magnification. Such sales prove that even common-date Lincoln cents can bring major money when they survive in exceptional condition. Collectors and investors alike compete for these rare, top-graded pieces because they combine beauty, historical significance, and scarcity at the highest levels of preservation. Varieties and errors make this issue even more interesting. Some examples show a repunched date, where the digits were struck more than once by hand on the working die. Others display light doubling on the reverse lettering, or a slightly off-center strike. Clipped planchets, die cracks, and lamination errors also appear occasionally. Well-defined examples of these minting mistakes can bring strong premiums. For instance, a crisp off-center 1920 Lincoln cent with full visible date can sell for several $100s, while a dramatic double-die reverse could reach over $1,000, depending on grade and clarity. To appreciate this coin fully, it helps to picture America in 1920. The First World War had ended just 2 years earlier. Women had gained the right to vote. Factories were humming, automobiles were spreading across the country, and radio was becoming the new medium of connection. The 1920 Lincoln cent circulated through a nation reinventing itself. Every coin that passed through hands back then carried a sense of movement, optimism, and energy. It bought food, newspapers, and train tickets in a rapidly modernizing America. Today, finding one in high grade feels like holding that same sense of renewal and change in your hand. Collectors pursue the 1920 issue for its age, its place in Lincoln cent history, and its link to a defining moment in American progress. It sits midway between the earliest wheat cents and the later years that led to the memorial reverse design in 1959. The coin tells a full story, from industrial growth to enduring national pride. It reminds collectors why small details matter, why even a simple copper cent can hold real historical weight. In terms of value today, the 1920 Lincoln cent in circulated grades averages between $1 and $5 depending on where. Uncirculated examples range from a few hundred to several thousand, with the absolute best red gems exceeding $10,000 at auction. This wide value range reflects both the coin's large original mintage and its limited survival in top quality. Serious collectors chase high-grade examples for their rarity and beauty, while beginners often start with affordable circulated pieces to complete a year set. The coin's broad appeal and historical depth keep it among the most collected and studied issues in American numismatics. As we open this lineup of 10 coins, the 1920 Lincoln Wheat cent sets the stage perfectly. It represents the heart of early 20th century American coinage, combining national symbolism, artistry, and resilience. The next coin on our list continues this story of discovery and hidden value as we explore the fascinating world of collectible coins that shaped both history and the modern collector's passion. The 1905 Indian head cent represents the final years of one of America's most loved coin designs. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this small bronze cent carries the heritage of a nation that was growing, modernizing, and redefining itself at the start of the 20th century. For collectors, it holds both historical weight and artistic charm, bridging the past of early U.S. coinage with the coming Lincoln era. Designed by James Barton Longacre, the Indian Head series began in 1859 and continued for 50 years. Longacre served as chief engraver of the United States Mint, and his design reflected the unity of a young, expanding nation. The obverse shows Liberty wearing a Native American feathered headdress with United States of America around the rim and the date 1905 below. The reverse displays a laurel wreath surrounding 1 cent, with a small shield above. The design blends beauty with symbolism, representing strength, unity, and progress. In 1905, President Theodore Roosevelt was leading a rapidly industrializing country. The automobile was becoming more common, telephones were connecting cities, and the first motion picture theaters were opening. Against this backdrop of progress, the Indian Head cent continued its long run as the everyday coin of the American public. Millions passed through the hands of workers, shopkeepers, and families during this period of national change. The Philadelphia Mint produced 80,717,163 Indian Head cents in 1905. This large mintage kept the coin in wide circulation for decades, yet time has not been kind to most examples. The soft bronze composition wore down easily, and few coins retained their sharp details and color. Collectors now search for pieces that survived untouched, especially those with their full red mint luster. These bright red examples, often preserved in old collections, are the true prizes of the 1905 issue. Condition determines value more than any other factor. Heavily circulated coins in good or very good grades usually sell for $1 to $5. Coins with moderate wear in fine or extremely fine condition often bring $10 to $25. Lightly worn examples graded about uncirculated can reach $50 or more. Uncirculated pieces show the design exactly as it left the press and are the most desired. MS-63 red-brown examples may sell for around $150, while an MS-65 red example can reach $400 to $500. The rarest, top-graded pieces display perfect color and detail with no marks or spots. Auction results highlight how valuable this issue can become. A 1905 Indian head cent graded MS-67 red by PCGS brought an impressive $33,600 in a major auction. The coin's vibrant red surface and flawless strike placed it among the finest known. Only a few examples of this quality exist, making them the best survivors from an era when coins were used daily, not saved as collectibles. Sales like this show how a seemingly common 1-cent coin can command serious attention and investment. Collectors also watch for known varieties and minting errors from 1905. Some show repunched dates or doubling on the lettering. Others reveal clipped planchets, die cracks, or off-center strikes. These small imperfections, caused during minting, add uniqueness and desirability. A strong repunched date or clear doubling can raise a coin's value significantly. Well-preserved error examples can range from $100 to several $100s, depending on eye appeal and rarity. The 1905 Indian head cent also reflects the social and economic moment it came from. America was shifting from a rural society to an industrial nation. The coin circulated through hands that built railroads, ran factories, and expanded cities. Each cent carried part of that story, a record of a country entering modern times. Holding one today means holding a link to those transformative years, a reminder of progress and endurance. Collectors value the 1905 issue as part of the final chapter of the Indian head series. Within 4 years, the design would be replaced by the Lincoln cent, signaling a new era of U.S. coinage. This makes the 1905 issue one of the last to capture Longacre's vision of liberty in Native American form. The artistry, simplicity, and symbolism of the coin continue to appeal to both new and advanced collectors. It stands as a piece of American identity, preserved in copper. Today, the 1905 Indian head cent remains accessible yet full of character. Circulated pieces are affordable entry points for beginners, while top-quality red uncirculated examples bring premium prices at auction. Market values range from a few dollars in lower grades to over $30,000 for the best-known survivors. The strong demand and limited supply of pristine examples keep this coin active in the numismatic market. The 2001 French 50 euro cent coin captures the look and feel of a modern European era. It was minted after the creation of the euro, a currency meant to unify Europe's economy and identity. France released this coin during the transition from the French franc to the euro, marking a major shift in how Europeans viewed money and trade. When you hold the 2001 French 50 euro cent, you hold the first stage of that shared economic story. The obverse side was designed by Laurent Jorlot, a French engraver chosen for his bold and simple style. It shows a portrait of Marianne, the national symbol of France, facing right. Marianne has appeared on French coins for over a century. She represents liberty and reason, two ideals at the center of the French Republic. Behind her head are stylized lines that form the shape of the French flag. Around the edge are the words RF for République Française, and a ring of stars representing the European Union. The reverse side shows the common euro design by Luc Louix of the Royal Belgian Mint. It features a map of Europe with 6 parallel lines cutting through it, joined by 12 stars that reflect unity and balance. The 2001 issue was struck in large numbers at the Monnaie de Paris Mint in Pessac. The coin is made of Nordic gold, an alloy of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin, which gives it a warm golden tone and long-term durability. Each coin weighs 7.8 grams, has a diameter of 24.25 millimeters, and carries a reeded edge. This alloy resists tarnish, which is why many pieces still shine decades later. The Pesach Mint produced over 400 million examples that year, making it a high mintage coin. But condition and mint luster determine value today. Circulated 2001 French 50 euro cents are worth face value, but uncirculated examples and proof strikes are collectible. Brilliant uncirculated coins can sell for 1 to 3 euros. Proofs in official mint packaging reach higher, often between 10 and 20 euros. The difference comes from strike quality, luster, and preservation. Many collectors build full euro sets by country and year, so even common dates like 2001 can hold steady interest. Coins in sealed sets or original government packaging are the ones to keep untouched. A few small varieties and minting errors are known. Off-center strikes, die cracks, and planchette flaws exist, though rare. A clean off-center example or sharply misaligned die can sell between 20 and 100 euros, depending on clarity and appeal. These minting errors are not common because the euro minting process is highly automated and quality controlled. When an error escapes inspection, it becomes desirable to collectors who focus on the transition years of the euro. The 2001 date matters because it sits just before EuroCoins entered public circulation in 2002. The French Mint prepared massive quantities in 2001 to ensure enough supply for banks and businesses when the currency officially launched. These coins symbolize the end of the franc and the beginning of a shared European economy. Many French citizens received euro starter kits containing these coins at the start of 2002. For that reason, 2001 issues hold sentimental value. They remind people of the first time they used euros for daily purchases, a moment tied to national change and unity. Design details also tell a deeper story. Marianne's face on the obverse connects the modern euro to France's revolutionary ideals. The stars surrounding her match the European Union's flag, showing how France tied its national spirit to the larger European project. The balance between national and shared identity is clear in this design. For collectors and historians, this balance is what makes early euro coins distinct from later issues. Condition affects both appearance and price. Coins that have circulated heavily often lose luster and show scratches. Uncirculated coins have sharp details and full mint shine. Proof coins display mirror fields and frosted designs that stand out under light. Handling these coins carefully and storing them in capsules or flips prevents oxidation and surface wear. Collectors often seek sets where every euro denomination, from 1 cent to 2 euros, matches the same year and country. A complete 2001 France set in mint condition can bring 25 to 40 euros, depending on packaging. In the global market, French euro coins enjoy wide appeal. They are collected both in Europe and internationally, especially by those who focus on first-year euro issues. Coin fairs and online platforms still show steady trade for early euro mintages from 1999 to 2002. The 2001 French 50 euro cent often appears in bulk lots, but high-grade pieces are carefully separated and sold individually. The collector base includes both modern coin specialists and people interested in the history of European integration. The 2001 French 50 euro cent represents more than value. It captures the unity of Europe's nations under a shared system, while preserving France's. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat cent carries the story of post-war America, a nation emerging from World War II and stepping into a new era of prosperity and rebuilding. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this bronze 1-cent piece stands as a symbol of stability after years of wartime production changes and metal shortages. While millions were minted, the 1946 Lincoln penny continues to attract collectors who value its place in both history and the enduring Lincoln series. It bridges the wartime years with the beginning of America's modern economy, making it one of the most recognized coins of the mid-20th century. The Lincoln cent, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, was created to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Its debut replaced the Indian head cent, introducing a design that focused on realism and national pride. By 1946, Brenner's design had already become a fixture in American coinage. On the obverse, Lincoln's right-facing portrait appears with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1946 to the right. The reverse features two wheat stalks curving around the denomination 1 cent and United States of America, along with the motto E pluribus unum. The simplicity and balance of the design made it a lasting classic, admired by collectors for its historical and artistic strength. In 1946, the Philadelphia Mint produced 991,655,000 Lincoln cents, nearly a billion coins. This was a huge output, reflecting both population growth and post-war industrial demand. The nation was adjusting from wartime production to peacetime growth, and copper, once restricted for military use, had returned to the mint's supply. For that reason, the 1946 cent was made again from the traditional bronze alloy of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, restoring the familiar look and weight collectors had known before the steel cents of 1943. Because of its large mintage, the 1946 Lincoln cent is common in circulated grades, but condition separates ordinary coins from valuable ones. Heavily worn examples trade for a few cents, while well-preserved pieces in extremely fine condition can bring around $1. The real value appears in mint-state examples with full red color and no marks. MS-65 red coins often sell for $40 to $60, while higher-end MS-67 red examples can reach several $100. Coins with perfect luster, sharp detail, and vibrant color are scarce due to the way copper tones darken over time. The auction record for the 1946 Lincoln cent proves that even a post-war issue can command attention when preserved perfectly. A PCGS MS-67 Plus red specimen achieved an impressive sale of $9,987.50 at a heritage auction. Its flawless surfaces and glowing red finish represented the finest known for this date. Such results show how condition and visual appeal can turn an ordinary year into a highlight for advanced collectors. Varieties and minting errors also add interest to this issue. Collectors look for doubled dies, repunched mint marks on Denver or San Francisco coins, and die cracks around the lettering. Although the 1946 Philadelphia issue has fewer dramatic varieties than some earlier dates, examples showing clear doubling or off-center strikes can sell for several $100s. Coins with strong die breaks or clipped planchettes often draw premiums for their rarity and eye-catching appearance. Historically, the 1946 Lincoln cent captures a nation at peace after years of sacrifice. Soldiers were returning home, industries were shifting back to consumer goods, and optimism filled the air. The coin circulated through a recovering economy, passing through hands that built the foundation of post-war America. For millions of citizens, a single cent could buy candy, a newspaper, or a cup of coffee. Though small, it represented value and stability at a time when the world was changing rapidly. Collectors value this coin not for its scarcity, but for what it represents. It stands as a record of resilience, a connection to a moment when the country turned its focus from war to progress. The design remained the same as when it first appeared in 1909, proving the strength of Brenner's vision and Lincoln's lasting influence on American culture. Holding a bright red 1946 Lincoln cent today feels like holding a preserved piece of that optimism and renewal. In today's market, the 1946 Lincoln cent remains widely available, but still respected. Circulated examples are common and affordable, often sold in bulk or mixed rolls. Uncirculated coins, especially those with full red luster and perfect strike, continue to bring premium prices. Average values range from under $1 for circulated coins to over $500 for the best mint-state examples. The few top-graded pieces that reach MS67 plus red levels can exceed $9,000 at auction, showing how quality always commands attention. The 2002 German 20 euro cent coin marked Germany's first step into the unified European currency system. Minted at 5 different locations across the country, this coin symbolized both national identity and European unity. It replaced the Deutsche Mark, one of Europe's most respected currencies, and represented a major shift in German economic history. For collectors, the 2002 issue is special because it was the first year Germans used euros in daily life. The obverse design features an oak twig, a traditional symbol from earlier German Pfennig coins. The oak leaf had been used on German currency for decades, representing strength, stability, and endurance. It connects modern Germany with its post-war economic recovery and long tradition of craftsmanship. Around the oak twig are 12 stars, representing the European Union. The letter beneath the design shows the mint location: A for Berlin, D for Munich, F for Stuttgart, G for Karlsruhe, and J for Hamburg. This multi-mint system has existed since the 19th century and continues today. The reverse carries the common euro design by Luke Lewix, showing a map of Europe crossed by 6 lines with 12 stars, symbolizing connection and cooperation. Each 20 euro cent coin is made from Nordic gold, an alloy of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin. The color resembles gold but resists tarnish and corrosion. The coin weighs 5.74 grams, measures 22.25 millimeters in diameter, and has a smooth edge with 7 indentations, a distinct feature of the denomination. Millions were produced in 2002 across the 5 mints, ensuring enough coins for the public transition from marks to euros. Despite the large mintage, early euro coins remain popular among collectors for their first-year significance. In circulation, these coins are still found throughout Germany and Europe. Circulated examples hold only face value, but uncirculated pieces from mint rolls or sets carry collector interest. Brilliant uncirculated 2002 German 20 euro cents sell between 1 and 3 euros. Proof quality coins, produced for collectors, often sell between 10 and 20 euros, especially in official mint packaging. Complete proof sets containing all euro denominations and mint marks can reach 40 to 50 euros. The value depends on condition, packaging, and whether the set is certified. Condition plays a large role in value. Circulated coins show dull surfaces and small marks. Uncirculated examples have full mint luster, while proof strikes feature mirror fields and frosted reliefs that bring out the fine detail of the oak design. Collectors look for coins with clean edges, bright surfaces, and full detail on the oak leaves. Many collectors build full 2002 mint mark sets, which include 1 example from each of the 5 German mints. These sets represent a complete snapshot of Germany's coin production during the first euro year. Although the euro minting process is precise, some mint errors exist. Misaligned dies, die cracks, and off-center strikes appear rarely. When clearly visible, these can sell between 50 and 100 euros depending on quality. Double-struck coins and edge misprints are among the most desirable. Error collectors consider early euro mistakes especially appealing because they reveal the technical challenges of producing a new currency for millions of people. The historical importance of the 2002 German 20 euro cent cannot be overstated. Germany's adoption of the euro marked a symbolic and economic milestone. The Deutsche Mark had been a powerful symbol of stability since the 1950s, and replacing it with the euro was a step toward European integration. Many Germans initially felt sentimental about giving up the mark, but the new coin quickly became part of everyday life. Holding a 2002 issue recalls the exact moment when Germany transitioned into a shared European identity. The choice of the oak twig design linked the new euro to Germany's history of resilience. The oak tree has long stood as a national symbol of strength and unity, and using it on the euro emphasized continuity through change. The design's simplicity and deep meaning have made it one of the most respected among euro coin designs. For international collectors, this coin represents both tradition and transformation, making it a meaningful piece to own. Collectors often assemble 2002 euro sets from multiple countries to commemorate the first year of circulation. German coins are among the most sought after due to their clean design and multiple mint marks. A complete 2002 German 20 euro cent mint mark set in uncirculated condition can bring around 10 to 15 euros. Proof versions in official presentation cases can reach 40 euros or more. These coins appeal to both modern collectors and those interested in European monetary history. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat cent carries the moment when America moved from war into peacetime. Struck in large numbers, it still serves as a clear snapshot of post-war life and coinage. You can hold one and feel a direct link to a country shifting back to everyday work and growth. The design stayed familiar. Victor David Brenner's portrait of Lincoln appears on the obverse, with "In God We Trust" above and the date to the right. The reverse keeps the two wheat stalks framing 1 cent and United States of America. The look is plain and strong. It connected generations, and it still reads as classic American coinage. Production in 1945 resumed full bronze composition after wartime steel cents. The Philadelphia Mint, Denver, and San Francisco all struck 1945 cents, with total mintages measured in the hundreds of millions. That mass production makes circulated examples common, yet survivors with original red color and flawless surfaces are rare. Those rare survivors drive the market and reward careful searching. Market prices vary widely depending on condition and eye appeal. In circulated grades, you will typically see modest prices. High, uncirculated pieces with full red luster bring the real premiums. PCGS and other auction records show that the most exceptional 1945 cents, at the highest certified grades, have reached 5-figure sums in auction halls. .pcgs.com. Condition is the main value driver. Worn examples sell for cents to a few dollars. Extremely fine grades sell in the low tens of dollars. About uncirculated coins often trade in the $10 to $50 band, depending on strike and surfaces. Uncirculated examples with original red surfaces escalate from a few $100s up to several thousand as grade improves and eye appeal increases. Collectors prize full red MS65 and above pieces. Even modestly circulated coins can show attractive color or unusual strike details that lift their value. Recent market guides and auction listings place MS67 examples as commanding the strongest bids when they appear, though sale prices depend on the exact market and the coin's eye appeal. SDBullion.com +1 auction history proves the point. Top certified 1945 cents have sold at significant sums when they combine near perfection and strong original color. NGC and PCGS price databases record strong sales and dealer listings that confirm high-grade demand. Those auction results are not daily occurrences. They represent rare survivors and careful collectors competing for the very best. If you own a red, flawless 1945 in a top grade, you hold a coin that can surprise in a competitive auction. NGCcoin.com +1. Varieties and errors add another layer for collectors. You can find doubled die pieces, repunched numbers, die cracks, and off-center strikes among 1945 cents. Most are modest in value, but well-defined doubled dies or dramatic off-center strikes can push prices into the hundreds or low thousands. Errors with strong visual appeal sell best because they stand out to both specialists and casual collectors. Look for clear doubling on the obverse lettering or reverse devices, and for any unusual planchet behavior. Those are the traits that drive premiums. Coin identifier. The 1945 cent carries context beyond mint numbers. It circulated when veterans returned home. It bought small items and paid for everyday needs during a time of transition. For many collectors, that human context adds meaning to condition and rarity. A bright red 1945 cent is not only a technical rarity, it is a preserved piece of the era's daily life. That is why both beginner and advanced collectors include 1945 in core Lincoln sets. If you search rolls, check old album sets, or inspect inherited collections, focus on color, strike, and surface marks. Those three factors explain most price differences. Full red color, sharp strike detail on Lincoln's cheek and lapel, and clean fields without hairlines or spots are the traits you want. When you find one that fits those boxes, consider professional grading. A slabbed, top-grade coin often reaches a different buyer pool and higher auction results. Recent auction data and price guides confirm this approach. SDBullion.com+1. In short, the 1945 Lincoln Wheat cent is common in low grades and rare in truly exceptional condition. Its market sits on a wide spectrum. For most collectors, the coin is an affordable entry into Lincoln series collecting. For those who hunt top red survivors, it can become a goal that demands patience and sharp eyes. The coin ties you to a pivotal year in modern American history, and that is part of the reason collectors still chase the best examples. The 1999 Spanish 20 euro cent coin represents the beginning of a new chapter in European history. It was among the first EuroCoins ever struck, even before the currency entered public circulation in 2002. Spain began minting EuroCoins early to prepare for the transition from the peseta to the euro, a major change that reshaped its economy and identity. The 1999 issue holds symbolic value as one of the earliest coins to carry the design of Spain's national figure and to mark its role in the birth of the European single currency. The obverse side features the portrait of King Juan Carlos I, who reigned from 1975 to 2014. His profile faces left, surrounded by the 12 stars of the European Union. To the right of the portrait appears the word España and the mint year 1999. Below is a small mint mark representing the Royal Mint of Spain, the Fábrica Nacional de Moneda y Timbre in Madrid. The design reflects Spain's democratic revival and modernization after decades of change, while the king's image represents stability and progress. The reverse side carries the common euro design by Luke Lewix, showing a map of Europe with parallel lines and 12 stars that symbolize unity and cooperation among member nations. The coin is made from Nordic gold, an alloy of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin. It weighs 5.74 grams, has a diameter of 22.25 millimeters, and features a smooth edge with 7 indents. The metal's golden color resists corrosion, keeping its shine over time. The Royal Mint of Spain produced millions of these coins in advance of the euro's official launch. Though not rare in number, 1999 dated coins are considered special because they were part of the pre-release production phase that introduced the euro to Europe's minting system. In circulated condition, the 1999 Spanish 20 euro cent coin is worth its face value, but uncirculated and proof examples attract collectors. Brilliant uncirculated coins sell between 1 and 3 euros, while proof strikes or coins from official sets often range between 10 and 20 euros. Proof versions are easily identified by their mirror-like finish and sharply defined details. Complete Spanish euro proof sets that include the 1999 20-cent coin can reach values of 40 to 60 euros, especially in their original mint packaging. Condition is key in determining value. Circulated coins typically show surface wear, reduced luster, and contact marks. Uncirculated examples retain bright golden color and crisp details on the king's portrait and surrounding text. Proof coins are struck with extra care, giving them reflective surfaces that highlight the quality of the engraving. Collectors often prefer coins that have been stored properly and remain free from oxidation or handling damage. Although quality control was strict, minor minting errors occasionally occurred in early euro production. Off-center strikes, die cracks, or weak strikes are sometimes found. A clean, noticeable error can sell from 50 to 100 euros, depending on condition and rarity. Because the 1999 mintage was part of the first euro batch ever made, error coins from this year have extra historical interest. Historically, 1999 was the year the euro was introduced as a virtual currency for banking and electronic transactions, though physical coins and notes did not circulate until 2002. Spain, along with other founding euro nations, began minting coins early to ensure readiness for the changeover. For that reason, 1999 coins like this one are seen as the foundation stones of the euro system. They represent preparation, innovation, and commitment to European unity. The portrait of King Juan Carlos I on the obverse links the coin to a period of national renewal. Under his leadership, Spain transitioned from dictatorship to democracy and became an active member of the European Union. The decision to feature his image on the first euro coins reflected his role in guiding Spain toward stability and modernization. Later issues would retain this design until 2014, making the 1999 version the first of a long-running type. Collectors prize 1999 Spanish euro coins because they were the first of their kind and predate circulation. They are found mainly in mint sets or private collections, rather than loose change. A complete 1999 Spanish euro set with all denominations is sought after for its historical importance and its role in the euro's pre-launch story. Sets with pristine coins and original certificates of authenticity can bring solid premiums on the collector market. At auction, the highest sales for top-quality 1999 Spanish 20 euro-cent coins have reached over 100 euros, particularly for certified proof examples or coins with minting anomalies. While common in basic form, early mint dates carry emotional and historical value. They represent the beginning of a shared European currency that reshaped global finance and connected millions across borders. The 2002 Italian 20 euro-cent coin represents Italy's first steps into the euro era, combining national pride with European identity. Minted by the Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato in Rome, this coin entered circulation at the start of 2002, when the euro officially replaced the Italian lira. The design showcases Italy's strong connection to art, culture, and history, while marking the beginning of a unified European monetary system. The obverse of the coin features the famous sculpture, Unique Forms of Continuity in Space, created in 1913 by the Italian futurist artist Umberto Boccioni. The design captures movement, progress, and the human form in motion, symbolizing Italy's modernity and forward spirit. Around the sculpture are the initials R for Rome Mint, the designer's initials MB, and the 12 stars representing the European Union. The composition balances Italy's artistic independence with the shared European identity. The reverse carries the standard euro design by Luke Lewix, showing a map of Europe with 6 diagonal lines and 12 stars symbolizing unity and stability. The 20 euro cent is made of Nordic gold, an alloy of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin. It weighs 5.74 grams and has a diameter of 22.25 millimeters. The edge has 7 indents, a unique feature that distinguishes it from other euro denominations. The metal's golden color resists tarnish and corrosion, keeping its shine even after years in circulation. In 2002, millions of these coins were struck in Rome as part of Italy's first euro production run, making them common in everyday use but still significant for collectors who value first-year issues. In circulated condition, the 2002 Italian 20 euro cent holds face value, but uncirculated and proof examples carry collector appeal. Brilliant, uncirculated coins typically sell between 1 and 3 euros. Proof versions, struck with mirrored fields and sharp reliefs, often bring 10 to 20 euros. Coins that have remained sealed in official mint sets are the most desirable. Proof sets featuring all denominations from 1 cent to 2 euros in pristine condition can reach up to 40 euros, especially those marked as the first-year edition. Condition plays a major role in determining value. Circulated coins often show minor scratches and dull surfaces. Uncirculated examples maintain their original luster, and proof strikes display fine contrast between smooth and frosted surfaces. Collectors seek coins with no visible wear, strong details on Boccioni's sculpture, and full mint brilliance. Graded examples in high mint state can trade above standard catalog prices, particularly in complete country sets. Though 2002 EuroCoins were produced in massive numbers, a few error and variety examples exist. Slight off-center strikes, weak strikes, and die cracks appear occasionally. When visible and cleanly formed, these mint errors can sell between 50 and 100 euros, depending on how noticeable the flaw is. Misaligned dies or doubled elements on the edge pattern are especially interesting to specialists who study early euro minting errors. Because quality control was strict at the Rome Mint, such errors are uncommon and often quickly purchased by collectors. The 2002 issue carries historical significance beyond its mintage. It marks the exact year the euro became the sole legal tender in Italy, replacing the lira after over a century of national use. The shift affected every aspect of daily life, from markets to banking. Holding a 2002 coin is like holding a piece of that national transformation. Many Italians remember those first months of transition vividly. These coins were the first tangible sign of a shared European economy, one that blended centuries of independent identity into a single currency. The choice of Umberto Boccioni's sculpture for the design was deliberate. Boccioni was a pioneer of the futurist movement, which celebrated speed, innovation, and modern technology. His work captures motion and energy, perfectly matching the euro's theme of progress and integration. The abstract human figure seems to move forward through space, reflecting Europe's step toward a collective future. The Italian Mint selected this design to represent not only Italy's artistic genius, but also its belief in progress and evolution. Collectors often build complete sets of first-year Italian euros because of their cultural and historical importance. The 2002 20 euro cent is one of the more striking pieces in the series, due to its dynamic design and strong symbolism. A full 2002 Italian euro set in mint condition can reach prices between 50 and 100 euros. Sets in official proof packaging are often valued higher, depending on preservation and demand. These coins appeal both to modern collectors and to those who appreciate Italy's artistic legacy expressed through currency. In the international coin market, the 2002 Italian 20 euro cent remains popular. The 2002 Italian 50 euro cent coin marks Italy's entry into the new shared currency that reshaped Europe's economy. Minted at the Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato in Rome, this coin symbolizes Italy's transition from the lira to the euro, a move that united Europe under one monetary system. The 50 euro cent piece is more than a coin. It represents Italy's cultural identity placed on a European stage. The obverse design features one of the country's greatest artistic achievements, a detail from the equestrian statue of Emperor Marcus Aurelius, created by Michelangelo and located in Rome's Piazza del Campidoglio. This design was chosen by the Italian Mint to highlight the depth of Italy's artistic and historical heritage. Around the edge are the 12 stars of the European Union, representing harmony and unity among member nations. To the right of the statue's base is the mint mark, R, for Rome, while the designer's initials, MCC, for Maria Carmela Collinari, appear below. The reverse side carries the standard euro design by Luc Louix, featuring the European map intersected by 6 parallel lines and 12 stars. This layout ties all euro denominations together visually across nations. The 2002 issue is especially significant, as it was the first year of circulation for the euro currency. Italy struck hundreds of millions of these coins to meet the enormous demand, as the lira was phased out. The 50 euro cent is made of Nordic gold, an alloy of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin, known for its warm golden color and corrosion resistance. Each coin weighs 7.8 grams, has a diameter of 24.25 millimeters, and carries a reeded edge. The coin's solid metallic composition ensures long durability, which is why most still retain their golden shine decades later. While billions of EuroCoins were minted across Europe in 2002, early Italian issues maintained collector interest because of their artistic national designs. Circulated examples of the 2002 Italian 50 euro cent are common and worth face value, but condition defines collectible value. Brilliant uncirculated examples often sell for 1 to 3 euros, while coins in official mint sets or proof sets command higher premiums, sometimes between 10 and 20 euros. Proof strikes display polished fields and detailed relief, showing the artistry of Michelangelo's work in fine detail. Condition plays a strong role in determining desirability. Circulated coins show clear signs of handling, with loss of luster and fine surface marks. Uncirculated pieces retain full mint brilliance and sharper edges. Proof coins stand out for their mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs. Collectors often seek these proof issues as part of official Italian euro sets, which can sell from 20 to 40 euros, depending on packaging and condition. The combination of historical meaning and classic Italian artistry makes these early issues popular, even beyond Europe. Though minting quality in 2002 was generally high, a few known varieties and mint errors have surfaced. These include slight off-center strikes, die rotation, and weak strikes caused by early die wear. An obvious off-center example, or strong die crack, can sell from 50 to 100 euros, depending on visual impact. Rare double-struck pieces are known but seldom offered. Because euro production used modern automated presses, most coins are consistent in detail, so any visible error gains fast collector attention. The 2002 date holds historical importance. It was the first year EuroCoins entered everyday circulation in Italy, officially replacing the lira after more than a century of national use. Italian citizens handled these coins with a mix of pride and nostalgia, knowing the familiar lira was gone. The introduction of the euro represented both economic modernization and a shift in identity toward a broader European partnership. For that reason, early EuroCoins like this 50 euro cent have sentimental appeal among Italians and collectors alike. The design choice of Marcus Aurelius was not random. It links Italy's modern identity with its ancient Roman heritage, symbolizing wisdom and leadership. Michelangelo's interpretation of the statue on the Campidoglio Square embodies humanism and civic strength, ideas that shaped both Renaissance thought and Italian culture. By placing this artwork on the 50 euro cent, Italy presented its artistic legacy as part of the European fabric. The connection between ancient Rome, Renaissance genius, and modern unity is all captured in one small golden coin. Collectors who specialize in EuroCoins focus on first-year issues like 2002 because they represent a new beginning in world currency. Many also build full sets by country and denomination. A complete 2002 Italian euro set, especially in proof condition, is often valued between 50 and 100 euros, depending on presentation. Over time, as circulation coins wear and disappear,